Good morning, everyone. Yeah, happy Monday. Mondays are always fun. I love Mondays. The cool thing about this Monday is I have some coffee and I have some vinyl over here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about vinyl. So, yeah. So happy Monday. It's a gorgeous day. We have beautiful sunshine. It's going to be a little warmer today, but that's totally okay. But I was going to show you guys some cool things that sold over the weekend. I'm going to show you some cool things we listed on eBay over the weekend. Share with you a little bit about my schedule for Raleigh and Wake Forest this week, as well as Selma. And just kind of get started that way. Of course, as I share with you things, we can just talk about the vinyl. How are you doing today? Do you have your coffee ready? I got my Bob Marley 420 coffee. I also have a bunch of records right here on my side. And the cool thing, folks, is I haven't looked at my phone all morning. But I've been hearing all sorts of notifications, which is cool. I did read a little bit of news on my iPad. So anyway, this is a Butthole Surfers record. Oh, I got to figure out where the light is today. And we listed this on eBay over the weekend, which is really, really cool, which I'm really, really, really excited about. And I'm hoping somebody will enjoy this record so much that they buy it off eBay. So there we go, got that done. And yeah, cool things like that. This is a record store day title, Tangerine Dream. Listed this on eBay also. And if you haven't checked out the eBay channel, this record crate, I'm trying to keep trying to keep branding the same. Let's see if I can actually find the link and I can put that in the chat. Whoa, stop. There we go. For a second, I almost had the other YouTube open. Okay, great. So eBay, please. Thank you so much, eBay. Holy smoke. I was looking up a record on eBay for somebody. It's like, do you have this record? I don't. It's a really rare record. It's pressed in 1968. It's just impossible to find. But anyway, so I went to eBay just to kind of see what they were bringing and see what they sold for. And I was like, whoa. So that was kind of interesting. Yeah. Sometimes I wish eBay was a little more, what's the word? So I think it's kind of easy to search on eBay, but I wish it was a little more friendly in that respect. But yeah. So if I post a link for one auction, you can always click. You can always click show other items. I think, yeah. Other sellers' items, something like that. Yeah. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to post a link to a John Cage CD. It's not an auction, it's a buy it now. So if you wanted to check out the eBay, you could click on that. You might have to copy and paste, and you can choose all items. Let's see what else. This is a Amy Ray record that we put up on eBay, and this is Goodnight Tender. And this not only has a poster, it also has a CD, and there's an autograph in here, folks. So there's your chance to get you an autograph, Amy Ray. Bonus points if you know what band she used to be in or what group she was in. Amy Ray, just put it in the chat. Yeah, and this is an older record. It's factory sealed. It's from the SST days. And there was a car that had a package on it. It was a Javelin, had SST package. that was on Bring a Trailer this week or last week, and SST, kind of cool. But anyway, this is a factory sealed vintage SST record. So there you go. SST was a wonderful label. Absolutely. Here's another record store day title. It's from the guys up at Crooked Beat, which they used to be here in Raleigh. Started right over there, just a few blocks away. I used to visit Crooked Beat, summertime, wintertime. They didn't have air conditioning, folks, but it was still fun. And that's kind of what I learned. Bill shared with me that he said, I'm selling records on eBay. And I said, you're selling records on eBay? Because it was during the time where most everything was used. And I would run around and pick up $3 records. And he was like, yeah, I got $25 for this record. And I was like, you got $25 for that record? And I said, that's awesome. Congratulations. Then I'm thinking, people must be paying a lot of money for records. So anyway, I kept on looking for cool records for myself. And I found a bunch of cool records for myself to take home. So customer John, he loves Flesh Tones. And he's like, get the Flesh Tones record, get the Flesh Tone records. And so I ordered a couple just so that he could be sure to get one. And he did. And this is a record store day, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, 7-inch single. So there you go, Flesh Tones. That's up on eBay right now. Yeah. Cheers, everyone. We had a surprisingly good weekend. Not only at Raleigh Record Crate, but Wake Forest. Selma was okay. Not many people people aren't as traveling as much. Usually we rely upon I-95 traffic for the Selma location. People going from, I say Miami to Manhattan, Manhattan to Miami. You know, people traveling up and down that corridor, stopping and to go shopping. So anyway, that's kind of cool. That's really cool. Yeah. This is The Dove and the Wolf. And this is a Fat Possum release, Fat Possum Records. They're trying we're trying our best. I love Fat Possum. I want to order some more stuff from them. They sent me an email with a summer promotion. I got to get some Fat Possum. That's where I get the Black Keys and Melanie's Echo Machine, Melanie's Echo Chamber. A lot of blues I get from there, Junior Kimbrough, and I get some soul, Ann Mitchell, Ann Peebles and Willie Mitchell. Just such good stuff that they have. Fat Possum. I love Fat Possum. And yeah, they're good people to work with. I've had probably 4 different reps, and the latest rep, he's so cool. He's so cool. If you're watching now, thumbs up to you, Will. But I would call and he said, hey, so-and-so. I said, no, this is Adam. He's like, okay. Then he says, you're not with so-and-so record store? I said, no, I'm Record Crate. He's like, man, I'm so sorry. I got you mixed up with the other store. Apparently he had me keyed in a phone list or contact list as another store. And so good or bad, here I am. So that was kind of fun. And speaking of Fat Possum, you know, they're the people who brings us these wonderful Temple records. And I think this is the last copy I have of Sun Structure, so I'll have to order some more of those. I love Temples, and it was always a wonderful day when the manager from Temples came into the shop. He came into the shop because, help me here, folks. Franz Fernandez, they played Raleigh and they wanted to go crate digging, so they came over here and they were digging. He was kind of looking around. He was looking at, you know, he's an adult. He was looking for blues and stuff like that. He's from the UK, so I ended up spending so much time talking to him, and he says, I've been through Raleigh before, so and so, and he said Temples, and I was like, Oh, I love temples. Anyway, so then it turned into a temples conversation, and we were having a blast with that. Yeah. This is a band called 1,000 Days. They're on the I have to look at the reference. They're on that. Oh my gosh, the same label that put out Death. I feel bad because they send their emails out every Friday. Drag City Records. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Buying Space. How are you? And then of course we have this is also a Fat Possum record. This is Courtney Marie Andrews, and actually sold some of these on eBay, so I had to relist, which was great. Or I try not to hit the relist button, but I just tried to. What I try to do, I try to just to keep it going by creating a new listing with hopes of new discoveries. Yeah, but I've been very fortunate. Some of my local customers would buy from me on eBay, and I go to ship, and I was like, hey, you pay attention, you don't pay attention, you just go and click the button so that it will print out all the labels. And then it was really cool because I sold a local CD to a local person on eBay, and it was awesome, even though we're right next to each other. But I totally respect everybody who feels comfortable buying online and they feel comfortable doing curbside. I'm all about that. After this past weekend, folks, it's hey Stephen, good. I'll see you around 11. I'll see you in color. I see you around 11. That'll be great, Stephen. Looking forward to it. I got your stuff already pulled and it's back there. But hey, there's Timothy. How are you, Timothy? Thanks for tuning in this morning. I got a haircut, Timothy. And so I respect everybody and I appreciate everybody. If you want to do eBay, if you want to do it online, you want me to ship it, attend my live YouTube sales, anything at all, I'm totally respected as to how you feel during the pandemic and what's ever comfortable for you. However, I'm not going to make you comfortable about just let you come here as you want and do whatever you want and bring 6 of your friends. And so I would say for the most part, everyone's been very, very good. But folks, there's times when I'm thinking, do I need to go back to curbside? Do I need to return to curbside and just not allow anyone to come in and shop? Do I need to schedule appointment shopping? I'm still thinking about that I'm really concerned with this virus, folks. I really am. And I'm also concerned that you're going to be safe. And yeah, so show you some stuff that did sell. They got to ship out. This was the big one over the weekend, folks. I sold the Tom Petty, the complete studio albums, Volume 2, 1994 to 2014. That sold like within 2 hours of me listing it. And yeah. And so congratulations to me for selling that. Hey. Trust you and yours are doing well, Timothy. Yeah. So there we go. So this was really good. So I got to box this up and ship it out today. And so that's pretty exciting. I was really happy, and it's a good sell. I was happy. So someone's going to be really happy about this. And then this morning I saw that, the estate of Tom Petty issued a cease and desist order because the song "I Won't Back Down" was used at a political rally, and they've asked them not to use that song at the political rally. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah. Here's some other stuff that sold over the weekend. And, this is stuff that sold at online sales, if you would. This is Three Dog Night, a record I don't see very often at all. Maybe this was the first one I saw. American Pastime. So there we go. Congratulations to them for that record. So this is Barry Manilow. This is going to Arizona. Oh, so happy for you. Hope you enjoy it for many years to come. Thank you for stopping by, Nacho Victim. Yeah, there has been increase reopening, and yeah, I'm still as careful as ever. So there we go. Barry Manilow, this one's for you. This one's in really nice condition, folks. Yeah. So, hey, that's going over to Arizona. I'm feeling Arizona. This is a Canadian pressing of Rita Coolidge and Chris Christopherson. There you go. That was really cool. Cheers, everyone. Let's talk about some of the vinyl you're talking about. You're listening to. You've purchased, or yeah. So it's a coffee and vinyl discussion. So please discuss. I am fully aware of the pandemic and being as safe as possible. But I was just thinking about what Nacho said. And I think about Florida. I think about early on, Texas was pretty mild. And then Texas is changing. Tone Poet this morning. I've yet to hear a Tone Poet release. I've yet to hear one. But hey, yeah. Oh, Timothy, you might be able to help me. I'm looking at a Project Debut 3 came in to the shop recently, but it doesn't have a power supply. And I've been looking online for a power supply. I can find a generic, but I could find a generic, but I could take a chance that the generic will be quiet. But sometimes when you buy generic power supplies, you get an increased hum. So anyway, I'm trying to find an official, authentic, genuine, branded, the ones that the engineer says, this is the one that needs to go with this. And so I'm on the lookout for a Debut 3 power supply. And I understand that they made some that were AC and they made some that were DC. So I got to continue doing research there. Yeah. I had a project table one time, folks. It was gorgeous. It was a Debut Carbon. And I like that table a lot. I thought it had a really nice sound. I ended up selling it. Sometimes I'm thinking I should have kept it, and other times like, no, I'm okay. Someone else is enjoying it today. But I think, Tim, you have a nicer project than the one I had. You have like I can't remember. And then you've done some upgrade with yours, which is great. Yeah. Anyway, I haven't spent much time with this table that came into the shop recently, just because it doesn't have a power supply. So I've been hanging out with that. Hey, good morning, Robert. Speaking of Tone Poet, have you heard of Tone Poet pressing yet, Robert? Thank you for joining me, Robert. Cheers to Robert. The DC is better. Oh, yeah. So I'm reaching out to Project. I haven't heard back, but I'm reaching out to Music Direct. And then if I have to, I sneak over to Elusive. I have accounts at Elusive as well as Music Direct. But I reach out to Elusive, see if they can help me with it. But I'm not sure why Project isn't returning my email if nothing more than say, let me direct you here. Yeah. Randall just jumped in, saw this. Chris, yes, Chris did a USO tour to the jungles of the Philippines in '85. He informed that he was going to do a new song. We asked if he wrote it for Rita. Chris says he'll be writing enough songs for Rita. Wow. Wow, that's awesome, Randall. Good morning. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers. Yeah. Good morning, Donald. Cheers to you. Thanks for tuning in this morning. I appreciate it. Let's see. This sold. I got to reach out to the person. This is a wonderful record to listen to, but there's a little bit of sibilance in the last track, maybe the last track and a half. And I just got to reach out to the person just to make sure they're comfortable with that. And if they're not, I can offer it here, but I priced it $6 because of that. It's quiet as all get out. The vinyl looks incredibly cool. Lots of shine and the surface is clean. It just has a little bit of a dish, and which gives us a little bit of it gives us sibilance. Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. Also sold this one, Stephen Stills to $5 is what it sold for. Yeah. I do enjoy listening to Nina. I guess if jazz had a punk rocker, it would be Nina. I have some other Nina. Actually, I was looking yesterday in Wake Forest, and I have 4 copies of Nina, and I have 0 here, so I should probably bring 2 down for the weekend to Raleigh. I'm in Raleigh right now. Yeah. She is so interesting. Nina Simone. It's so interesting. What you hear in her music is just reaches to the soul and just connects in so many different ways. It's not easy to explain, folks. Yeah. This is a soundtrack for teachers. Some good 80s rock on here. It's also got a song by Freddie Mercury. And the Motels, which I like. Ian Hunter, I like Ian Hunter. Roman Holiday. Me and 3 other people in Raleigh know Roman Holiday, and I'm sure they love Roman Holiday also. I love me some Roman Holiday. Yeah. It's always a good day when Donald stops by Record Crate in Wake Forest to learn so much about music and his take and sharing pressings that he's listened to. And yeah, it's just so wonderful. Whoa! It fell. Not a record. This one also sold. This is King of Comedy. It's a soundtrack. This one has Shrink on it. And it's got a price sticker on it. But behind that price sticker is another sticker. It could be another price sticker. Yeah. So we'll have to see what it is. But it's got the Pretenders, B.B. King, Talking Heads, Bob James, Ricky Lee Jones. Folks, I just adore Ricky Lee Jones. She is so cool. Robbie Robertson, Rick Ocasek. Of course, Van Morrison, David Sanborn, and Ray Charles. Yeah. So this is really cool. Shrink, no doubt. I dropped something. I'm going to pick it up. I'll show you what I dropped. Yeah. There we go. This is my schedule for this week, folks. I'll be in Raleigh today. Yeah. He does. He sure does. He knows how to pick a soundtrack. He's good at it. Yeah. Sure, he had help too. Like, what's the cool songs? Who are people listening to now? Who are the cool bands? There you go. Yeah. That's kind of what I pulled. That's kind of what I pulled to talk about. I might have to do a little research about Chris doing the USO tour. I couldn't imagine sneaking over to the Philippines. It's cool, Donald. Thank you. I can't imagine just sneaking over to the Philippines, which is, as I understand, like a jungle, but there's also beautiful areas of the Philippines. I've seen images online, and the water is so beautiful, the beach is beautiful, and it's, it's just, but, there's some areas that I'm sure that are jungle scary, but, so hopefully, it was a wonderful experience. Good morning, Mike. What's going on? Well, cheers, Mike. Drinking some coffee, talking about some vinyl. Got a late start. I really need to be in bed at 9 or 10, folks, so I can get up at 5. But I still got up at 5, but it was a little slow drag, and it's okay. Here I am. I'm happy. I'm happy to get up. Happy I'm not on a ventilator. Happy I'm not fighting a virus. So, yeah. Happy to be here. Happy you're here with me. Happy to have coffee. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah. I had some buybacks last week, so I got some stuff I'll be processing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Monday, Sunday, Saturday. Tomorrow and Wednesday, there's a buyback over there. Someone brought in 2 tubs. I didn't even look at them, but I told them they would age for 5 days, then I would inspect them. And if it's true, the virus would be dead. I'm working on reshuffling my TV DVD case. Lots of work. Well, post images. We want to see this. We want to see the before and after images. Hundreds of DVDs box sets. Hundreds of DVD box sets. Wow, that's crazy. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I got thousands of DVDs, Mike, and I need to continue and offer them for sale. I have a couple of the tone poets. Chet Baker Sings and Lee Morgan Cornbread. They sound great. Oh, that's awesome. Everything I've heard about them has been A-OK. I wanted to do the OK thing, but I can't do that anymore. Sorry. Everything has been okay. Too late for before. I'm right in the middle. Okay. Well, make it happen. I actually did a little cleaning in Wake Forest. So Wake Forest has got 2 big areas. Tim, you've been there, and then there's a wall with a doorway, and then in the wall there's a big window so you can see in the back and you can walk into the back. But during the pandemic, I decided to keep that back area closed. So I did. And so I've been shifting things around, trying to bring DVDs and CDs up front, and moving some bins around, and bringing some shelves up front. Anyway, long story short, so last night after I closed Wake Forest, I had a YouTube sale, and then I went and did a little organizing back there. So, yeah. I'm actually heading to um, Scary Real. Tell us a little bit about that, Tim. The Chet Baker sings is Scary Real. Um, yeah, yeah. So I did a little work in the back, trying to organize from shuffling around and get things done. I got rid of some shelving. Brandon at the comic book store in Wake Forest got some, and I've been horrible last week, reaching out to my neighbors in Wake Forest and stopping by and visiting. I didn't even go to the coffee shop this week, folks. It's just been crazy, 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 crazy for me. Um, yeah. Yes. So there you go. Yeah. So there we go. There we go. So today's Monday. Looking forward to a new week. It's good that it feels like it's starting to tell a difference in the days now. In April, can't tell what day it was. It didn't feel like any certain day. But yeah, waiting for Mike's comment to pop up. Here you go. I see like 26 states are having a resurgence of the virus. People were trying to do too much too soon. I'm not a scientist or a medical doctor or work in the medical field or a biologist. I guess a biologist would be a scientist, but yeah, I understand, Mike. Be super careful. I want you to be around forever. I want to be around when the vaccine is passed out. It sounds like Chet's voice in the room. It sounds like Chet's voice is in the room. An incredible recording. Oh, first time the masters have been used since the 50s. Oh, my stars. Well, thanks for sharing that, Tim. I think that's the same one that. So Donald has the same one. Chet Baker sings. Chet Baker sings. Chet Baker sings. I have to check it out. Was that the one that you were telling me, Donald? That was not. That was not an original Blue Note release, correct? I think Donald, you said there was some. Yeah, we're going to have our meetings on Zoom for many more months to come. Well, I think because of us having to, we will continue to do more things online and have more meetings online and to do more sales online, even after the virus, even after there's a vaccine, because I think I also think about all the people like, well, I could work home during the pandemic. Why can't I work home now? That kind of thing. Well, that that could have been a big stepping stone for the people who are to work at home for a long time. I know that if you have a service job or if you're in the service industry, it's been a little difficult for you. And Tim, what percentage are you back? So I don't think I'll share anything that Timothy wouldn't like for me to share, but Tim is a barber. So Tim, you're open again, if I'm not mistaken, and today compared to 6 months ago, where are you there? Yes, it was on Pacific Jazz. There was one Chick Corea release that was not an original Blue Note as well. Okay. Okay, Wayne. Stephen Wayne Batten. Yeah. Yeah. So there we go, folks. I got some people shopping by. So I have part of the shop closed and part of the shop closed that has CDs, but one of my regular CD buyers is heading to Colorado. And so I'm going to call him up and tell him that he can come back there and shop. He'll be the only one, so don't tell nobody. And he's looking CDs to take on the road with him to listen to, and which is great. Of course, he could fill up his iPhone or he could stream YouTube all day long. But A lot of CDs do sound really good, especially when they're on the go. Be careful, Wayne, when you go to Florida. Going to see family in Florida soon. I'm not even sure how they're handling the state lines. I know at one time they were Florida was behaving. Um, I've heard stories, but be careful. I'm not sure. You might want to check with the border before you go, Wayne. Stephen Wayne Batten. As a barber in the eastern part of the state, no one seems to believe in the virus. Okay, it is incredibly frustrating, but business has been good. People have been reckless. So let's hope for the best. Interesting, Tim. Interesting. I'm sure when you're operating, your PPE is in place. Anyway, we've all noticed things. We all notice some people with masks, some people without masks. And we all notice some stores we go to, you can't enter without a mask, and some stores. So anyway. I already saw that. Thank you. There's one coming up from Mike McHenry. Yeah. Cheers, everyone. I would say, Tim, you say eastern part of the state. We're seeing the same thing here. I know a month or two back, people were coming into Rhode Island. We're not allowed to go back to Connecticut because of the pandemic. Yeah. I think just staying at home, staying in place is I mean, when it's all over with, we can definitely say oh gosh, stop. We definitely can say, oh yeah. But then we would have a reason to say, oh yeah. We'll either say, oh yeah, those masks really made a difference, or oh yeah, as it turns out, we didn't even need to wear them. But as we understand today, that it's recommended by the Center for Disease Control. So yeah, and I think there's been some. If I was traveling, or if I planned to travel, I would be more up on it. But I just hear things. I hear things like flying. Oh, don't you come flying here. You stay where you are. That kind of thing. Going back to I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill. I love, what's his name? Bob. I hear a weed eater or a leaf blower. Darn it, I got to get up with those landscape people. They plowed down some of my lettuce, some of my herbs that I planted this year. And some other plants. I can't wait to see those guys. They got some splaining to do, and they got some plant buy-in to purchase, and they got some gardening to attend to. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So yeah. Have a great. Thank you, Mike. You be careful out there. Don't let those DVDs fall on you. Just important to someone, but not you, right? There you go. Okay, I hear you. So Tim, do you ever have a morning that you're free to come be my guest for Coffee and Vinyl? And I'm still working on Donald. I'd like for Donald to be a guest on Coffee and Vinyl, and it was fun when Richard came in over the weekend, and of course Allen C Records. And I stay pretty high. I don't like carrying CDs because it seems like half the time they fall. I was only funny and I was only funny and in. Yes, Bob. The Row Schoolhouse Rock is also the last track of Miles Davis. Really? Yeah, I like his voice. And then when I later learned that, whoa, I found this on vinyl, Schoolhouse Rock's on vinyl, then I was like, this is really a real person that was really a music, and I was like, yeah, well, let's figure out, Tim. Monday would be best. Should we plan for next Monday? And please feel free to chime in, folks. I've done it at 8. I've done it at 8:15, 8:30. Today a little after 9, just because of when I wake up, how I feel and stuff like that. But I need to be more serious about getting into bed at a certain time. And I won't say the pandemic has caused lax, but during the pandemic, it's just like very little, if any, commitments to anything other than committed to shipping items and committed to listing items and committed to invoicing. And so that was where I was. But what time do you guys? Please feel free to chime in. What time do you guys feel would be the best time for coffee and vinyl? 8, 8:30, 9? Talk to me. I kind of feel like I need to do it in the mornings to help get myself in a structure where I'm doing this before I do this. So please feel free to chime in on that. We're part of the 5 a.m. club. Yes. I mean, I don't always get up at 5, but I like to get up at 5. I like to be the morning person. And I think we're working on Richard Dalton. I think he's going to start getting Richard Dalton up at 5 o'clock. Right, Richard? Richard, are you awake? When he called yesterday, I said, hello? And I wasn't expecting Richard to call. He said, I am. And I said, is this Richard? I said, Richard, are you okay? Yeah. And I'm like, okay, it's 7:45 a.m. And so anyway, and okay, Tim, we'll do that. I can send you a Facebook message with the link to StreamYard. So I try to get there 30 minutes early, and then 15 minutes we can hang out in the green room and discuss a few things. But hey, please tell me, folks, what time do you think? What time do you think I should do coffee and vinyl? Today's the 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. June 29, Monday. Tim, coffee, vinyl. Oh, it's a date, Tim. Looking forward to it. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing people again too, Tim. And I miss my customers. I miss a lot of my customers that I would see on a regular basis, once a week, twice a month, 3 times a month, once every 6 weeks. I just miss seeing them, and I realize that because of jobs and pandemic that I'm not seeing everybody. But then I've also had people walk in and it's like, and then I was like, oh yeah, how's it going? Then hair's growing, wearing their mask, and some people are, anyway, just not recognizing everybody. And so yeah, but so all you cats out there, I miss seeing you. I miss hanging out with you. I miss talking to you. And I don't like the fact that 20 minutes in, 20 minutes out, and everybody's hustling. We're staying far away, and walk over there. You can look there, rather than let me show you where it is. And so, but it's okay. I can live. I can live, and I want to live, and I want you to live. Yeah. So there we go. I'm glad you enjoyed that CD. And isn't it funny that I had it here? I've had it for years in the back in boxes. Just yeah. Me too, Tim. That would be great. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, please feel free to share with me your preferred time for coffee and vinyl. You know, I'm not asking you to commit to be here every time I go live or anything, but if you happen to be awake at a certain time, and just little feedback is all I'm asking for, folks. That's all. I do have things packaged. I have the best letter carrier in the world. His name is Joe. He's the best. He is amazing. And I know at 2:30, if he's not here, he's got the day off, or he's not going to be here. So I have to call the station and say, "Hey, is Joe here?" "Well, I still have parcels going out." "Okay, we'll send someone right over." So far so good in that respect. Now, if Joe goes on vacation, I don't get mail for a week. And then when Joe comes back from vacation, he got all this stuff for you. But there we go. Yeah, so we got something coming up in the pike here. Dum, 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 boom. Come on, folks. Tim's on the Facebook side. He doesn't see the YouTube comments. So I want to make sure I pop them up on the screen for him. I love the internet. Over the weekend, internet was very slow around here, and I think 8:30 is good. Yeah, hopefully all the Sam Club can tune in. I didn't even know you were doing this. What a great idea. Thank you, Tim. I took a break during the pandemic, and took a break from a lot of things just to work on da. So anyway, hey, good morning, LC. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Cheers, LC. Good morning, Adam. When are you in Raleigh? I'm in Raleigh today. I'd like to get my CDs and search again if possible. Absolutely. However, if you search for those CDs, I'll give you a list because I had some other people say, "I want this CD." So I'm going to show you when I'm open, LC. I'm open today from 11 to 2, and then I'll be here on Friday from noon to 5 and Sunday. So this week it's Monday, Friday, and Sunday. And then Wake Forest is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And then Selma on Wednesday. Let's see. Donald says, "I'm usually up before 8, so anytime's good for me." Good for me. Yeah. Hello, Squirrel. Cheers. Well, I appreciate you sharing that information. Squirrel, you can share too. I was asking what time each individual feels would be good for coffee and vinyl, and so that I could focus and direct and pre-plan in that respect. So please chime in, Squirrel, as to when you think the best time for coffee and vinyl is. Yeah, so anyway, there we go, folks. I think I need to get started packing things up, pulling orders, and I need to price some records. I got some new arrivals. I guess Wednesday, Thursday, I'll start inspecting that other one. I get some in there. I got some in the Wake Forest to inspect. Had a CD buyback. And plus, I got to get ready for lives this week. I want to do a 7-inch live on a sale. I want to do some CD sales, cassette, more vinyl. And I'm still working on getting all the Beatles stuff together so I can I joined the YouTube side. All right, that's cool. 9 or 9:30 is good for me. Okay, 9 or 9:30. I tell you, by 9:30, sometimes I've gotten more done than a lot of people get done before noon. But they don't work as hard as I do. They don't have the same work ethics as me. So there you go. So with that said, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and hanging out with me and enjoying some coffee. So until the next time, have a good day, everybody. Thanks. Bye-bye. See you soon. Rock and roll.